Hello, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour here in the evenings. So I usually work on projects from beginning to end. And tonight we are going to continue on the pineapple block for the Splendid Sampler. So we got a kind of a pineapple started here. It's needle turn applique. Last night we needle turn appliqued the little pineapple fronds onto our background piece. There we go. And today we're going to work on the reverse applique of the pineapple. So we've done one. See, we've tucked, there's another piece of fabric on the back here, a background fabric, and we've tucked the first one all in. So we have one done, and we have all these other ones to go. So that's the plan for tonight, a little more needle turn. And let's see how many of these little squares we can get done tonight. So I'm going to turn you around, and we'll get going. Thanks for coming in again, you guys, tonight. Oh, Robin, I definitely still have this cold, for sure. It's in the, I don't know, chest and lungs is what it feels like now. So I'm still dragging a little, still coughing a little, still congested. It's at that lingering stage, too, which is dumb, but whatever. I'm hoping I can sleep it off this weekend a little bit. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, still dealing with it. All right. So here is our first one that we did. We did that a few days ago. So next up, I suppose we could just go down the row here. Let's just do this one. I'm going to snip all these a little bit closer. We got the snipping started, but I think I'm going to get a little closer into these points. I think that'll make it easier for us. Yep, drinking the fluids. Ooh, you guys, I got a juicer. So I'm super excited about that. I want to start, making yummy, healthy vegetable juices and stuff. And then maybe even you can make like cookies and stuff out of the pulp and or like, veggie chips and stuff out of the pulp. So I'm excited to get that going. I have to go to the grocery store. So tomorrow is going to be a grocery store day and test out the juicer day. So we'll see if maybe I'll magically get better from all the veggies. I don't know. All right, I'm folding the first edge under, and I tied a knot in my thread. So I'm just going to come up right away. It's always easier to start a needle turn on a little straightaway. Oops, I bumped you guys. Hopefully I'm not doing that a ton tonight. I don't want to be shaking the camera all night long. There, so I'm just going around that. Oop, I popped the knot out. That was crazy. All right, I'm going to go around that same spot here. And then we'll just work our way around. Takes lots and lots of fruit juice to make. Yeah, I mean, I know, like fruit juice takes a lot. I think what way is comfortable? I think I'm gonna go around counterclockwise here. It's reverse applique, so it's confusing me a little bit. But there we go. But yeah, so it's not like I'm going to be living off of juice or anything like that. I just thought it'd be a nice thing. I want to have like, I don't know, celery juice in the morning. I've heard is really good, and so I want to start my day off with fresh juice, and then just I eat salads and that sort of stuff anyway, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, Nolene, congrats! You finished your pineapple last night. Yeah, man, these little squares, you just make a stitch and you already have to turn the next edge under. So I'm turning one of the straight edges under as much as I can. Sometimes I'm going to get my finger in there, and then I'm just kind of swooping around to get these corners a little bit. Oh, Nolene, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love some juice recipes. My husband's been, when we're at the grocery store, he's been starting to pick up some of that, fancy bottled juice. So figured now he can make his own a little bit too. Ooh, orange juice. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually almost as interested in the pulp that it creates too, just because I've read some things online that you can like I was just gonna make like soups and stuff out of the pulp, like just throw in some stock and then you got a cream of whatever soup. maybe that doesn't work that way, but I don't know. I think that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, exactly, Robin. So he's been liking that sort of stuff lately, and I'm like, it'd be fun to start making this stuff, and I want to, thought we'd give it a try. Ooh, candy corns. I don't have any Halloween candy here. I've been very good so far. Good so far with the no Halloween candy. I suppose maybe we'll have to get some on Halloween. Maybe we won't be around for Halloween. I don't know. We'll see. There were a few years when I was going to the International Quilt Market. That's over Halloween, so there was a few years that we weren't really here for Halloween, and there's not really a lot of kids in the neighborhood. Actually, now there's a few more, but they're all kind of really young, like babies. But I don't know. I suppose we'll have to get some candy here soon. And I'll be stuck eating all the candy. That's what we're trying to avoid. See how it goes. All right. I think I'm around. I got like one more stitch here. Just trying to get this point nubbin in a little bit further. There we go. Oh, YouTube is down right now. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I tried to make some fresh juice the other morning, some fresh celery juice, and we have a blender, like a nice blender, and I was thinking, oh, celery. It's like got a lot of water in it. It's really stringy. Other than that, so I was thinking, oh, it'll be super stringy and it'll just leave the juice, which is not what happened in my nice blender at all. It turned it into a perfect celery smoothie. I'm gonna just tie a little knot here, and then I'm not gonna cut my thread. I'm gonna jump to the next part over here. But yeah, so I still wanted my celery to try the celery juice, so I tried to squeeze the smoothie out through a sieve because I'm a crazy person, and that didn't work very well. I did finally get my celery juice, and it was yummy, but it took a long time. So you're saying it? Oh, you can make pulp muffins. Oh, see, that's what I'd like to do, Nolene. So I'm pretty stoked for the pulp of it all. I definitely don't want to throw that away, and I like just eating the stuff raw, but I think it's just kind of fun squeezing it all into a juice, and I think my husband will like it too. So we got kind of not a super expensive juicer, and we'll see if we like it. But yeah, I'd love to try pulp muffins. That'd be awesome. Oh, I think I saw someone, I was browsing the interwebs a little bit, some person like laid it all flat and then put it in her oven for a little and made like veggie chips or fruit chips out of the pulp, and I was like, dang, that sounds good. Or like fruit leather from the pulp. That's exactly what I would want to do with that. I need some crunchy snacks around here, and if I can make that out of the pulp, that would be fabulous. Ooh, apple, celery, piece of ginger. That is exactly what I'm looking for, Noeline. Stuff like that. Apples are all in season, and we do real well with apples here in Minnesota. So I'm excited for more of those. Yeah, we'll probably be like that too, Robin. We go in little phases. That's why we haven't gotten one for a while. So everyone's YouTube is down. That's fascinating. So I wonder what the story behind that is. Well, so I'll say this in advance then. If this replay of this video doesn't go up right away, it's because YouTube sounds like it's down. Washington apples are good right now, too, I bet. So here's some apple trivia for ya. Well, it's not really. Not a question, it's just a fact. The Honeycrisp was developed at the U of M campus here in Minnesota. So I think that's pretty neat. Those Honeycrisps are so good. As I've been getting from the grocery store, I've been getting them in bags, just the Honeycrisp. I'm eating a lot more apples. They're so good. Yums. I like Honeycrisp and Gala. They'll do, but Honeycrisp are good. Buy a gopher, yep. They're your favorite. They're so juicy. And I don't know, the texture's just right. I just love them. Oh, yes, apples and peanut butter. My mom makes peanut butter in her blender, and it's really good. She'll get a bunch of peanuts and then blend them up, and that's really yummy. So we'll have apples and peanut butter a lot as a snack there. Oh no, you did 9 quarts of apple juice before your juicer broke. Bummer. Yeah, those Honeycrisps are super sweet, and they're usually pretty big too, which is awesome. All right, that's another one done. So we're cruising. Let's see, we can get lots more of these done. Oh yeah, do that, Nolene. That'd be fun. I'd like to see. All right, I think we're gonna get a new piece of thread. This one's getting a little squirrely here, and I'm not sure we'll make it all the way around another one. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of this fabric in the back and tie a knot. And we'll be good to go for another one. Okay. So we got 3 of our little buttons here done. I kind of wish I would have put maybe a little darker fabric underneath. It's pretty subtle. So I don't know if you'll see it. I don't know if you'll see it from far away. These little guys I'm putting in. So I'll have to, when I do French knots in the middle of all of them, I'll have to do some bright, fun color, or at least a darker color for the French knots, just to bring some attention to the fact that, hey, there's other stuff going on down here. So I think that's going to be my making up for not going darker or do something more contrasty than this. But I think it'll be fine. When you're up close, you'll see the texture. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, exactly, Gretchen. The French knots will make them pop. We'll on purpose make them pop. We'll choose colors that are good. You have 3 blocks to catch up on. I think I'm in the 4 block to catch up on realm, and I'm not too sure I'm going to be finishing this before New Block Thursday either. So we might be This might go in the pile of unfinished. Oh, you buttonholed yours for contrast. Oh, that's neat, Jenna. Give a little bit of an outline to them almost. Yeah, darker thread for French knots. I think that would be good. Yeah, man, it is lingering. It is lingering. This cold is lingering. It's just hovering. It is just sticking in there. Boo. All right. Let's loop down this way this time. So, all right, we'll start here. I already tied a knot in my thread. I'm gonna snip my little X snips a little closer to the points. I could have done this earlier, but I like waiting until I'm on that particular piece to snip close to the points, just because then if things start to fray, it's not going to fray past my line. All right, let's start by flipping this one. This will be our straight edge to start. Get under there. All right, tap that guy down. Robin, that's what I'm hoping. I was hoping my, that the fresh juice, magic juice, will make my cold go away. I was actually hoping that my ginger, super duper mega ginger turmeric carrot soup that I made that has way too much turmeric and ginger in it. It's pretty strong, but I was hoping that would burn away the cold or something. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it did. Maybe that's not really a thing, but maybe it did. Maybe it would have lasted way longer or something without it. Actually, I think I might have some of that after I'm done here. That just feels like I'm doing something proactive for the cold, burning it away. Oh, you started your free motion quilting on your squares. Net, yay! Oh, the fruit bowl. Oh, you had to pick it out, Gretchen. Oh well, you'll get it. You'll get it next time. Oh no! You dropped your needle and it's disappeared. That's the worst. Although what's a little worse is when you're cleaning and you find like a stray pin, so you didn't even know you lost it, and it's like, oh man, how many other unknown pointy objects are hiding on the ground that I didn't know I lost. Hi, Linda. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, we definitely won't get all of these done tonight, but we might get these next 4 done for sure, I'm thinking. Yes! Should squeeze juice some apples and watch some Anna Green Gables. I'm all caught up on that though. However, I am reading Anne of Avonlea now. Actually, I put it on hold because I had a library book come in, but I just finished that. And so I'm going to start up the second Anna Green Gables book. I own them all. I mean, I read them when I was younger, but I haven't seen it in ages, or I haven't read them in ages. So it's kind of fun reading them again. So I should maybe this weekend I can have a chill weekend where I can read and drink apple cider. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know if that'll happen, but I like thinking about it. I'm all caught up on the show though, so I suppose I could start it again, but I'm pretty recently caught up. And I'm deep in Grey's Anatomy anyway. Can't switch shows in the middle of a season. Oh, you're listening to the audiobooks of Anna Green Gables. That would be fun. I've never done that. I never listened to the audiobook version of that. I bet you that'd be kind of sweet. All right, we have made it around again. I'm gonna do one more stitch and we'll tie it off on the back and then we'll jump down to this next one here. They're looking pretty good though, I think. We got 4 of them there, so that means we've done 3 tonight. Ugh, I'm losing my needle here. Oh my god, Robin, yikes! Oh, sorry, man. What did you do? Did you go to the hospital? I think I missed some of your story here. Oh my god. Ah, yuck. That stuff freaks me out. Okay, I'm gonna tie a little knot here. Looks like I did something weird to this thread. We'll add that to my knot. Yuck. I'm scared of rotary cutters. Like, oh, you just pulled it out? Oh man, hope you're okay. Alright, let's snip this one. I'm always a little afraid I'm going to cut my finger off. Definitely, I haven't put a pin or a needle all the way through a body part, but I've definitely got it stuck in my finger a little bit before. But not all the way through. Yucks. Ah. Oh man, close your eyes and yank. Yuck! Boo! I would have just stared at it and been like, in shock. Spot one more time, I think, this little starter spot. Alright, let's get turning here. I'm coming up to another super huge traumatic event for the Grey's Anatomy folk. It's funny watching a show again that you've actually seen. Like you've seen every episode or mostly every episode. You're just waiting for the shock of the scary stuff to come, and you know it's coming, and it's like, oh, is it this episode? Is it this episode? All the signs are there, but then they throw another episode in, so even rewatching it, they have me all stressed out. Oh, your son will only eat Honey Crisp. Oh, that's funny. They're the only ones I buy now if they're available. Our grocery store near us is awesome. It's like a food co-op, so it's mostly local. It's like either organic or local. All the stuff there. So this time of the year we get some really yummy squashes and pumpkins and apples for sure. So I'll probably get another. We cooked some squash, but I'm going there tomorrow. So I'll pick up juicy type things for the new juicer and some squash and definitely a pile of apples because I ate them way faster last week than I thought. So, can't run out again. Alright, we're almost around this guy too. I ran out of them today, the Honey Crisp. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about them. I know we don't have any, so I can't have any anymore until we get to the store. This is looking cute. This definitely adds a ton of texture to this. I mean, we didn't, it didn't have to be like this. It could have just been pick a pretty fabric for the pineapple, but all this extra like reverse applique, it's gonna add some dimension to it for sure. And then when we add the little French knots in the middle of that too. Ooh, you're having groceries delivered tomorrow. I've never done that. That always sounds like a really good idea though, especially when you get busy and stuff. Just have groceries delivered. Oh, the Honeycrisps aren't out for very long here. Yeah, I'm not sure how that long they last here. They're definitely in abundance right now, so I'm trying to get them while I can. All right, there we go. Let's tie that into a knot again, and we'll jump to the next one. I think we did 4 tonight so far. I think we can maybe at least get another 3 done. We'll see if it's cold. Let's see how well I do with that tonight. If I can keep talking, then we'll keep going. If I all of a sudden lose my voice, then we'll probably stop. Oh, the Honeycrisps are expensive there. Oh, that's a bummer. Would it be cute to flip and cut the pieces to the right side? Oh, like flip them, like flip these corners out and tack them down with little French knots? Why not? Go for it. That would add texture. You mean like flipping them this way and then tying little French knots? Sounds like fun. It sounds like a worthy experiment. Oh, you love having your groceries delivered. That's neat. Yeah, maybe I should give that a little bit more thought. Oh, I gotta flip an edge over before I get started. Get those fuzzles underneath there. Tuck them in. All right. Go around that edge there. A tish more. Okay. Flip that under. It has been super helpful that we've glued this background piece to here. We would have been flopping all over the place if we had handled both of these fabrics without that one being secured. So, working out okay. Kind of only need a stitch on the point and then like a stitch in the middle. That's kind of, I think, all we really need to hold these down. Okay, under there. Swoop. It's helpful to swoop on the corners. I think the swoop just helps get all those fuzzles tucked in. Yep, I think I'll have one little more bowl of the mega turmeric ginger carrot soup. burn some more of this cold out of me before going to bed. Oh man, 2 weeks of rain by you. Oh, it's about to start again. Wow. That could be tough. All right. I think we actually have one more point. Yep, I didn't tack that one down yet. All right, one more stitch just to tack down this corner. There we go. All right, let's jump up to this one up here. Get to the back again. I think we're getting better as we move along here. That's good. You stitched your pineapple back. Oh, before doing the squares. Oh, it was much more difficult. Oh, that's interesting. How do you make threading your needle look so easy? Oh, Leslie, I will go through my process of threading a needle. So I use, well, first of all, I always make sure I have it's kind of hard to see in the white. So I always make sure that I have a clean tip of my thread. So I'm just going to snip it right off like that. And I use the pinch method. So let's see if I can get close here. So I move the thread so it's in between my fingers like this. So I'm pinching it. And I'm slowly unpinching. And there's a moment when you unpinch that you can just see the tip of your thread pop out, right? So when it gets to that point, when I can just see the thread popping out there, I lay my the eye of my needle on top of it. There. I'm laying it on top. And then I keep unpinching, which kind of pushes the thread through a little bit. And then when there's enough to grab, I just kind of grab with my the other side. So it's that pinch method. I love it. It's just that pinch, and you're barely releasing your pinch, and then getting that needle in there. So it might take a little practice probably, but man, that's my go-to method. I try not to, like, lick the thread or anything like that. And I think, some people really like folding their thread over their needle and squishing it really flat. But then at that point, you have 2 layers of thread. So that's going to be even harder to put it through. So like how some people do it, they'll go over the thread like this. They'll make a loop and get that really tight and then pull it off and then try and put both those layers through. That's going to be even harder. So if you just get a nice clean cut and then do that like squish pinch method, that's, I don't know, for me that seems to work the best. And if it's really difficult, you might be just using the wrong needle. You might just need a needle with a bigger eye, or your thread might be too big for the needle that you're using. So you gotta, you still need to match your needle with your thread and your fabric, really. So you want your thread to be able to fit through the eye of your needle, in which, if it's too much, then you need something with a larger eye. And then you need the point. So the eye is all about the thread, and then the point is all about what fabric you're using. If you're using like a quilt weight fabric like this, that has a tight weave, you're going to want a sharp point. But if you're doing something like embroidery, in cross stitch has all those little squares laid out for you in the fabric, in like Ada fabric. For that, you don't want to pierce that. So you want a blunted needle, so a needle that doesn't have a sharp point. And then you also want to notice the thickness of your needle. Like I'm using a pretty thin needle right here, which I like because I'm working with pretty densely woven quilting weight fabric. If I was working with like a lighter, more airier fabric, then I could use a bigger needle. But this small needle doesn't make like tons of holes in the fabric or anything. I like it. Oh yeah, the eye of this needle is really small, so it's a little bit of a trick to get this thread in. I'm using 50 weight thread, just 50 weight sewing thread. This would definitely be difficult to get any embroidery floss through. I could probably get 1 strand of embroidery floss through the eye of this needle. Yeah, I don't think I could get 2 strands through. So I'll switch needles when I do the French knots for sure. Those are kind of the things you want to think about when you're choosing what needle works best for your project. And, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, just as long. But if we're really having a lot of trouble getting the thread or whatever in the eye of your needle, it could just be you just need a needle with a bigger eye. Awesome, Leslie. Alright, I'm almost around this one again, I think. One more side. It's kind of fun. I could see this getting relaxing if I was watching a movie or something. Alright, this is my last one. Ooh, let's get puzzles sneaking out. Alright, there we go. Go to the back and tie that off. It's coming along. Man, this is an exercise in patience and consistency, though. Consistency as far as working on something where there's just such little progress, such little visual progress, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, maybe I am getting somewhere on it. Let's peek what it looks like. Oh, now I'm starting to see these a little bit more. I thought you wouldn't be able to see them very well, or maybe it's just the lighting, but I think because this is light colored, it kind of mimics the inside. I think it's doing well. Oh, Linda, yeah, this pinch method might help a little bit with that. Oh my God, could I imagine doing a whole quilt of this block? Man, Robin, that would take that would on purpose be a emergency craft project that I would have in the car or something. Something that I know I'm never going to get done, but I can work on in teeny little bits here and there. And maybe eventually it'll be like, oh, hey, I got 30 of these pineapple blocks done. Maybe I should sew them together in a quilt finally. That'd be the only way that would happen. Oh, what was I just cutting? I don't remember. We're going to do this one. I don't know if this is the one I was just cutting. Oh, actually, I think I might have gone up here. I was going to zigzag. Yeah, it was this one I was cutting. All right. There, we're good. Oh, lost my needle. Let's try and do that again. Yeah, it's a pretty fuzzy tail there. I'm going to snip it so it's nice and sharp again. Do that pinch method again. There we go. Alright, this is going to be the last one I do with this thread, because as I'm reaching over to do the needle turn part, I'm losing thread here, so we'll do this square and switch to a new thread. Alright, once I get that folded where I want it, I get my thumb in there to hold it down real quick. Come up there again. Alright, let's get around this guy. Yeah, you guys are the only reason I'm getting even this one done too. If I didn't have, if I wasn't making stuff with you guys, like if you weren't all making the quilt with me, you're like my crafting buddies. If I didn't have crafting buddies for this project, there's no way I'd be disciplined enough to do it on my own. So I'm grateful for all of you guys hanging out here and making stuff too. Oh, I do like I do like this, Lisa. I've been working hard on that doily. Soon, at least by next week, I'll have that all ready. We don't have a Finish It Friday for a couple weeks yet, but I'm thinking the next Finish It Friday, I might starch and block my doily, so I can kind of show you guys how I do that. So that's when I just drown it in starch, and then I put like a towel down, and then I stretch it out and pin, and I have to pin like every little moment in it. So it takes forever, but you can really start seeing it get to be what it's gonna be. And I use like just straight starch, so it really holds its really holds its shape. So I'm almost there. I have one more round of trim, so I actually really only have like one more row left to go around the whole thing that it's stitched. Oh, and then I gotta trim all the ends and tuck those in. That takes forever. I don't hardly ever starch my fabrics. I actually did starch it a lot in the first Splendid Sampler, just kind of as an experiment, and it did help when we were having to be really specific with the size and the shape of the blocks, like for triangles that we couldn't have stretch out at all or anything like that. In those cases, that was helpful, the starch, I think. And like with some of these appliques where we have to turn the edge under, then the starch is like way good, like a really good idea to have if you're doing like one of these alternative applique methods, like with the tin foil or whatever. Some starch helps with that. But in general, I don't use it very often other than that. Oh, Robin, you're working on Christmas presents. That's exciting. How would it look to put thin batting behind the pineapple? Ooh, I think that'd be really cute. You'd have to, if you do that, I would maybe make it a hair smaller than your outline, just because you still need to tuck the edge under. So yeah, maybe do it just on the inside of your outline and maybe make your seam allowances a little bit bigger. But yeah, why not? That sounds like it'd be neat. You would maybe even glue it like how we glued the background piece on. Just glue a little piece like that, because then it'll be easier to tuck under. I've never tried that before, but I think sounds like it'd be a neat idea to try. All right. So you guys, I think that might be my last one here. I'm kind of starting to feel my voice disappear, and I'm thinking it'll just full on like dry throat stop soon. So we're gonna tie a knot here, and let's count how many we did today and see how many more we have left. Oh, and we're done with the thread too. I needed a new piece of thread, so good timing on that. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have that power soup, and then yeah, I think I'll have to go to bed. So we had one done. So 2, 4, 6, 7. All right, we did 7, 2, 4, 6. Oh, we got 8 more. So if I'm feeling good to stick around this whole time tomorrow, we should be able to get the rest of this done. So that'll be Wednesday, and Thursday is New Block Thursday. So we won't finish it, but if we get all these little nubbins done, that is accomplishment enough. It would have been hard to see this block unfinished in my binder and still know I have some of these nubbins to go. It would have been painful. So I think we'll get all those done. But man, it's starting to look like a pineapple. It's totally coming along. It's just developing, which is just so funny. You know you're gonna make it. You know you're getting further done. You know you're gonna make these look like little things, but it always is more finished than I expect it to be with every step of the way, and that's always kind of fun. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna flip you around. I'll show you this, and we'll call it an evening here. Hello. So here is what it's looking like. Oh yeah, from far away it's a little hard to see. So in the quilt, it'll be hard to see the nubbin. So I think up close it has a lot of texture though. So far away, we're definitely going to have to pick a darker color, like a brown or like a darker brown or something. Something to pop off of this light pineapple so we can get those points. Other than that though, it's just a pale, we're making a pale quilt here. All my blocks are going to be slightly pale. So I mean, I could, any other, if this was on its own, I would do something to outline it or something, but I'm making a pale quilt and it's okay if this just looks pale. That's fine. But I do think it'd be nice to have maybe a little darker, little French knots in there. So we'll get to there when we get there, because this is probably going to go in the unfinished file after tomorrow night. But that's okay. It'll be, at least the nubbins will be done. So, all right, I will get this up on YouTube. If YouTube is not having problems anymore, you guys were saying that it was down or something, so that's been crazy. So I'll get this up on YouTube if it's all fine tonight, and it should be up in an hour or so. If you wanted to just check out the replay or try and do one of those reverse applique guys again. And it will also stay here on Facebook on the Penguin and Fish page, and I'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Central Time on the Penguin and Fish Facebook page. So see you then, guys, and I'll catch you later. Good night.